Then just I started the impression, I don't know, because the atmosphere is like this. By the way, I don't think that Iranians or whatever other countries or origin are better or intelligent than other countries. Because I see that every country proud of their country and also their people. I do it also. But this is a kind of paradox. You have to love your family and you have to think that you have the best family in the world. But this doesn't mean that the other families are stupid or doesn't have good things. Then while we love Iran and we think we are the best country in the world from the geography or from the intelligence or whatever, but this doesn't mean that the other countries are not better than us. This is a kind of paradox. I like the paradox in human life. It's full of paradox, and we have to live in the boundary of these paradoxes. Then what I want to say when we are talking about brain drain for different countries like Iran, we have to think also about Iranian brain as it's the topic of this conference. Iranian brains or elites are not intelligent than other brains around the world, but they have some specific properties. It means that if somebody grew up in Iran, regarding the geography and culture and different things, have a different view in comparison with somebody who grew up in Europe. Then, if we think that the world is multidimensional, German people can look like this, maybe American like this, and different countries, African, Egypt, or whatever. I think every culture and every people in any country have a specific look to the world, and we have to respect this because I believe every human, every culture is a kind of valuable experimental world points, very valuable experiences to understand the world. Somehow we support each other from different culture and different country. Okay, this is why I want to say somehow Iran is a special country, because you cannot call Iran completely a religion country, because still, in parallel with the religion, Persian culture is alive, and you can see in the behavior of people, in decision and lifestyle. Then it's a religion country, and at the same time is also based on Persian culture for more than 3,000 years. We don't have, I think, that much country like this, because we see generally religion overcome to the country. I don't want to call some country like this, or we see that their religion goes completely to the shadow. Here, again, I don't want to discuss something as a philosophy or social characteristic of a religion or non-religion country. I don't want to go in deep, but I want to say you can see several interesting or special characters in Iranian culture or people that grown up in Iran. Then when they go to abroad in different countries, somehow they can have a special look to different phenomena. If they go to the physics or chemistry or to the society, they may understand something special. This is not the proof of just Iranian. I said every culture have own look to the world. But maybe this is somehow more special for Iran. Because sometimes I make such an example that in Europe you have more than 10, 20 countries that why these are separated countries, but there are a lot of similarities between. I believe we should not only respect to the race of animals and plants in the world, because we do it. Every country we try to keep the race of animals and we respect animals and also plants, but why not cultures? We need different cultures and different experiences in the world, and we have, not only we should respect, but we should know that there are really valuable things in different cultures. Okay, let's back to the main topic of the conference. I don't know how much time I have. You have to stop me because generally just I continue. I don't take also notes already for a speech. 10 minutes? 10 minutes more. Okay. Just recently when we opened this kind of discussion for some other seminars or personal discussion, I said, what does mean drain? Drain from where? Drain brain from Iran? Or drain brain from the world? But what does it mean? I think when somebody in a family, even sometimes we have drain from a family, it means that if there is a family with traditional style of life, and there is a child that grown up with modern style of life, connecting to the internet, learning new language and new lifestyle, somehow even a child can drain from a family. Then maybe sometimes there are people who didn't go abroad. They are just living, for example, in a country like Iran. But they are already drained from that country because they think in other way. And vice versa, sometimes there are people who left Iran, but still they live somehow, or they respect more or care much about what happened now in the country. This is why I believe drain brain is not just to move physically. The main point, in my opinion, the drain happens when one loses ability to back to the society, to live there, not to visit there, to live there. It means that if an Iranian goes to abroad for some years, and after some years still love the country, go back, but cannot drive in that chaotic traffic, or cannot do shopping, and you see, he say or she say, I cannot understand what they do people here, but they have normal life. Of course, the standard of normal life is difficult. Once I had this kind of discussion with our professor in the group that he is a German and very, how to say, on time. And okay, for me happened that sometimes I'm not on time. And okay, asked me, okay, what happened at this time? And I said, okay, the very much regularity means a kind of machine. I am human. It means that I don't want to criticism here Iranian or German, but different culture have different habits, and of course something is more efficient in Germany, something but maybe is more efficient in Iran. People can understand that there are a lot of things efficient in Germany, because now we define the references, high technology or being on time for this and that and blah blah. But if we really look into the meaning of life or different aspects of life, it is not really clear if everything here is more efficient. I mean, we have to respect different efficiency, depends on which kind of reference you look for. By the way, if I back to the points that I wanted to explain, when the people comes for education, for example, in Germany, Europe, or US, they are adapted with the, how to say, very tough traffic rule and maybe better, yes, more efficient driving or shopping or working at the university, different things. Therefore, when they back to the country, they don't enjoy to stay more than 1 or 2 months. This is, I think, one of the most important brain drain is this kind of change of habits. Then these people likes to visit the country, but they cannot live there. They lose ability to even understand their relatives in our original country. Okay, but then I believe if one can adapt with a new society like Germany, but still can understand and keep ability to live with the people in origin country, we can help each other very much. Otherwise, just traveling and visiting family and relatives, this doesn't work. By the way, I don't know if how much time I have to open the other aspects. There was also a question that, okay, let's say if Iranians that are abroad, like Germany, if still they like to be connected to the country, what is different procedure to be linked with there and to somehow be helpful in a meaningful manner and effective. I know a lot of Iranians that from morning until evening they look in different websites to understand what is going on in country. I know this because I know hundreds of these friends and people around. And I say them, it is not enough that just we look into the website to understand the situation. We have to be effective and influence the situation. I think this is the most challenge for Iranian abroad. They follow the news of country. They like to be helpful for the scientific activities, for the research, for the industry, for the society. But just they study, they read the news. They don't try really to be effective to change the situation. And even when they just visit the family, they are not that much involved in associations or groups that be effective to change things. Therefore, I think we have to do something. One can think, okay, I can do alone, for example, I can make a link with a student or professors or industry in a company in Iran and try to help. But generally, when you go individual to a company or university in Iran, and honestly, you say, okay, look, I am not the bad guy. I have some experts and very good education, and I love my country. I am interested to help students or to help for solving the problem. Sometimes they look you in a strange way, because this is not a normal way that you go to a university and introduce yourself. It can happen that maybe your former professor or your former friend is there and can make a link. This can work better. But still, you go there, you start some cooperation, but after a while, you will be tired because you need a lot of energy to prove them that you are not a bad human and you have some good idea that there is benefits for them, also can be benefit for yourself. This is why I believe for the modern world, we need large-scale personality or global personality. What does it mean? It means, for example, ISA. ISA now is a student association and have a personality. After a while, after some months or some years, when you think about an association in Germany or Iran, whatever places in the world, with the name of association, you can understand, is it a political association, is it a scientific? Because even the scientific can have different range, it can have different tastes of that how they understand science, how they define the science, how they define the cooperation. I mean, we cannot say that all, for example, scientific association or student association have similar personality. It really takes time that from the first nucleus, they grow and they make their personality. Global or large-scale personality, for example, like IRASA that we tried as Iranian Academics and Specialists Association in Germany. Now, after 2 years, everybody knows. We don't have problem with the government. I think for many years, elites or experts, Iranian abroad, always they consider one character somehow to be defined as an intelligent or a good person, or to be accounted as an elite when they criticize government. In Irasa, or I believe in modern association, we need to define that the first character of elite is understanding the society and trying to help the people directly via universities, via associations, not just to be always trying to be anti-government. Of course, every government in the world, also in Iran, have different or a lot of shortcomings. It is clear. We do also criticism in the right time. But the personality of association, scientific association, if we define this just as anti-government, this generally makes problem that you cannot attract easily people that they don't care about politics. They care about science, about the research. This is what we are trying to do. Of course, there are associations that maybe they went to the other direction. They did a lot of efforts. Okay, thank you very much. Those, not only for you, for those associations, they did also good work. Of course, we need also political associations or maybe some semi-scientific association with special political view. Of course, those associations also can do a lot of different things efficient. But what we think that somehow was lack, and we try to enhance and to establish such kind of association, is the association from scientists, from researchers, that they don't want to put a lot of energy to be against of this government or that government here or there, because it takes a lot of energy. Always I do this kind of example. Everybody believes the truth of civilization of human around the world, from Egypt to China to Iran to modern civilization in US, in Europe, in Italy, in Greece, everywhere. We proved of this, that, oh, okay, we as a human, we did this and that. But there is no strong civilization without a strong government. If you think to a country, to a society that never had in the history a strong government, you cannot find civilization. Then when we proved of civilization development in the world, somehow strong governments did it. And 99% people around the world proved of civilizations in the world. But 99% people around the world always say politics is dirty and government is politics. Or somehow people think that 90% of governments from the past to the future, always, they are strange people. Then somehow we are not fair. Somehow, sometimes I say poor politics. Of course, we have good political people, or maybe very bad, some are more fair, but somehow this is also again a paradox. I started with the products and I finished with the products. We should be in direct cooperation with our people, with the university, research institutes, and industry, rather than to be always fighting with the government. Of course, we can do criticism to the government in proper time, in different area and topic. Thank you very much.